Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudhiraye Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtigi Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Nama Nama Pangajanabhaya Nama Pangajamaline Nama Pangajanetraya Namaste Pangajangre Mukam Karodi Vachalam Pangam Langare Giring Yatkrubatamaham Mande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Shri Chaitanyamishwaram Paramananda Madhavam. Hare Krishna. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, the most confidential knowledge, and today's verses 29, 30, and 31. 29 we'll read. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name deshosti na priya ye bhajandi tumam bhaktya mayite teshu chapyaham. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name deshosti na priya ye bhajandi tumam bhaktya mayite teshu chapyaham. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name deshosti na priya ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mayite teshu chapyaham. Hare Krishna Mahaji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Samoham sarva bhutesu name dveshosti na priya ye bhajanti tumang bhaktya mayite teshu chapyaham. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Can you read the translation also?
Yes, Prabhuji. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Verse 30. Abhichet suduracharo bhajade mam ananyabha sadureva samandavya samyak vyavasido hisam. Abhiche suduracharo bhajade mam ananyabha sadureva samandavya samyak vyavasido hisam. Abhiche suduracharo bhajade mam ananyabha sadureva samandavya samyak vyavasido hisam. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Api chet suduracharyo bhajate mamanantabhyak sadhuriva samantabhyah samyag vyavastito hi saha. Even if one commits the most abominable actions, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. verse 31. Chipram bhavati dharmatmam shashachandi nigachadi kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyadi. Chipram bhavati dharmatmam shashachandim nigachadi kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyadi. Chipram bhavati dharmatmam shashachandim nigachadi kaunteya pradijanihi name bhakta pranashyadi. Yes, Maharaji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Kipram Bhavati Dharmatma Savak Chan
Shashachandi.
Saswat
Shashachandim. Shashachandim.
Saswasanti Nigachati Kaunteya Pratijanihi Name Bhakta Pranashyati. Meaning,
Meaning, you can better, I think, can read the word by word meaning so you get a better idea.
yes,
Shipram, very soon like that.
yes. Shipram, very soon, Bhavati becomes Dharmatma, righteous, Saswat Santim,
Shashwat
Saswat Santim,
Shantim, peace.
Saswat
Shashwat
Santim,
Shantim,
lasting peace,
lasting
Nigachanti
peace.
attains, Kaunteya, O son of Kunti, Pratijanihi justly declare, na, never, me, mine, Bhaktaha, devotee, Pranashyanti, Parishish. He quickly
Perishus.
become he quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. Hare Krishna.
Perishus.
Parishish.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmenidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthavidam Yena Bhutare Swayam Rupagada Mahyam Dadadi Swapadandigam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udavadagamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsta Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Sahagana Raghunathanvidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadhutam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishaganvidamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagalpade Gopesha Gopiga Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptakanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanasude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpadrubhescha Kriva Sindhuvyeva Patidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Nidhi Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Samoham sarvabhuteshu na me deshosti na priya Ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya mayite teshu chapyaham. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. So in the last three verses, Krishna is narrating the qualities of a pure devotee, how he renders devotional service to Krishna by offering with love and devotion. That is most important. Whatever you're offering, a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, whatever it is, you have to do it love and devotion. Whatever you offer. So that in previous, in the next verse, he said that whatever you want to offer, you offer to me only. Whatever you want to do, you do it for me. Whatever you want to give away in charity, give it to me. And whatever austerities that you want to undertake, do it for me. So everything has to be done in a surrender mode. And not only surrender, but with love and devotion. That is most important. Ragatmakam. That the devotee should feel so happy that he's rendering service to Krishna. So you see, it's very easy. If you start learning Bhagavad Gita and all that, you'll find that there's so many crores and crores of people, living entities who are living ignorance, who have no idea of who is Krishna, the Supreme Personality, who is God, and doesn't have any about spiritual life. So it's a very, very rare people who are coming to spiritual life. So when you understand that, then you feel most indebted to Krishna and your spiritual master, that at least you are now in this path, which very few people treat. Do you not experience that, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, yes.
So we are very selected, fortunate people.
Very
Every
fortunate.
organization. Yes.
We are very fortunate, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Because of course, if you speak with any members or any organization, they'll feel that theirs is an exceptional, special things. And like when we were in colleges and schools, we feel that our batch is the best, the best that ever happened in the college. That kind of feeling we had always. Now, for that, support is only your feeling. No, I was the best. We were in the best batch in the college or school. The support is your own feelings or your experience. Or anyway, any field of activity, you feel that your team or you are the best depends only on your experiences only. But in case of Krishna consciousness, we are not depending on our feelings or your experiences. We have the scriptures, we have the saints, realized saints and spiritual masters. They are our support. And understanding that fully, understanding perfectly, then we come to conclusion that we are very fortunate. It's not that we are feeling like that. We are very fortunate that somehow or other we have come to Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, what would have been our life? Would have just would have faded away after some time, doing some nonsense things. So when you have this feeling, then you slowly develop this love for Krishna. So whatever you do, try to do to Krishna, there be love and affection. And Krishna wants that only. So, and Krishna is so happy and so delighted with these devotees that he says he'll give you a special liberation. Shubha Shubhabale Reva Mokshase Karma Bandhane Sanyasa Yoga Yuktatmo Vimukto Mam Upeshasi. Vimukto, as we have been explaining, this Vimukto word is special because Mukta is liberation. Vimukta means special liberation, which means liberation plus association. Liberation from bondage, liberation from material conception of life, liberation from this material world. But not only that, positive side, association with Krishna. It's not simply that you have finished with this life, a negative way of liberation. No, okay, so many births you have been suffering, and now that suffering is over. Some relief is there, of course. The relief is of course is there, but much more than that, the real bliss that you are associating Krishna in his kingdom, in his Golokdham. So how blissful it will be. Or for a pure Vaishnava, he is very much happy to render service here also. Krishna, I suppose he has giving some service to his pure devotee, that you stay back, you be in the material world and try to preach like our Prabhuji and so many of our acharyas. They have stayed back and they have preached and taken back millions and millions of fallen souls. So Vaishnava is very happy any which way. But here, what Krishna says is that we will give a vimukto mamupeshasi. You'll be liberated and you'll come to me. So Arjuna, so he's asking question, why? That you will liberate the devotees and bring them to you, but then you will not do it for non-devotees. Then Krishna, you are a Supreme Personality. Are you also not subject to prejudices like preferences and rejection? That you prefer devotees, you reject non-devotees. So that dosha which living entities have, likes and dislikes, attraction, repulsion, that we have. Then Krishna, don't you also have this? If you are preferring only devotees and not taking non-devotees, so are you not guilty of having a prejudice or preference? So in reply to that, Krishna is answering this: Samoham sarva bhuteshu. Oh no, Arjuna, I am equal to everyone. Samaham, sama, I am equal. Why I am equal? Because everyone is my own part. Mame Vamsha. They are all parts of Krishna only, my parts only. So why I should not be equal to anyone? I'll be equal only. I'm equal only to everyone. To all, Samoham Sarva Bhudeshu is a Sarva Bhudeshu, not all the living entities. I'm equal to all the entities. Whether we place as Brahma or whether we place as an insignificant ant, whether he is Indra or he becomes Indra Kopa, whether he is a moving entity or non-moving entity, whether he is residing in upper planets, whether he is residing in earthly planets or the lower planets, wherever, in whatever conditions these living entities are, I'm equal to everyone. Name desho sina priya. I don't have any hatred. I don't have any dislike to anyone. No, am I priya or anyone is specially dear to me? No, it's not like that. I prefer, this person is very dear to me, other person is not, like that. No, it's not like that. But then Krishna says, Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktiya. Tu, he is basically, the word tu is very strong. Tu, but ye bhajanti tu. One who is rendering devotion service to me, like Patanam Pushpam Barantoyam, Ananya Shindayando Mam, like that. If that person is solely engaged in pleasing me, rendering devotion service only to me, then he is very special to me. Mayite teshu chabhyaham. No, this is not partiality actually. You may think that this is partiality because I like it's very dear. I mean, like that. I am devoted to someone. He likes me, like in office staff, or in case of school also. Suppose a student have a very attached to teacher, then teacher have special consideration. As a teacher, you should be knowing, Snigdha. There are some students will be very, I mean, strictly following the instructions.
Yes, Prabhuji, but always I try to be equal to everyone.
Yeah. But this is natural, because why? Because that boy or girl is following your instructions. It's not that you are preferring him on your account. Something from you only, from your what do you call vasanas or your gunas, you are being attracted to him or no, not like that, because he is following or she is following exactly according to your instructions, then that student becomes dear to you. That is quite
Yes.
natural.
Yes,
Like a
Prabhuji.
father, of course, they are equal to all children equal. But there may be one child or two, I mean, some children will be very, very, I mean, obedient and always carrying out the father's instruction or helping mother in the kitchen, always trying to give relief to mother. Then actually, the father and mother will have that child will be more affectionate. That is quite natural. So, ye yadama prapadyante tam sadeva bhajamyam. Krishna already said that. Ye yadama prapadyante tam sadeva bhajamyam. Mama atma anivartande logajna. So, that is quite natural. So, you cannot blame Krishna for this, because the devotee, that living entity who is now devotee, is totally devoted to Krishna. So naturally, Krishna will have more affection for him. It's like relationship between the gold and diamond. Now gold is very beautiful, very lovely, very precious. Diamond also equally lovely, beautiful. Independently, they look good, but if they are put together, their beauty becomes magnified. In a gold plate, if you set a diamond ring or diamond, small diamond, that looks a locket. Suppose you take a locket, gold locket, inside that you put a diamond ring, that looks more beautiful. So the relationship like that, the gold is the devotee is gold and Krishna is diamond. So that combination is exactly the relationship between Krishna and his devotee. So sometimes Krishna is compared to a kalpavriksha, desire fulfilling trees. But those who take surrender, or those who surrender to this kalpavriksha, there is no personal relationship. They're coming there just for this, getting some benefits or some boons or some nice things. And nor do this kalpavriksha have the affection for those who have come to them. But in case of Krishna and his devotees, there is always a personal exchange, loving personal exchange. The devotees are totally surrendered to Krishna. At the same time, there is affection for Krishna and deep love for Krishna. It is not that the devotee has surrendered to Krishna for his benefit. Initially, it may be so, because we want to get out of the pangs of material life. So we would like to surrender to Krishna. But once having surrendered to Krishna, you start this personal relationship, then this loving affairs, transactions, that begins between Krishna and devotee, and then that bond becomes very, very strong. And Krishna, on his part, when somebody is humming this devotee, he gets very angry also. Like when Hiranyakashipu was terrorizing the three worlds, and he was harassing and torturing these devas. Devas went to Vishnu and they begged relief and said, try to do something about this because he's so much terrorizing us, so much harassing us. Everything has become a very, very, very bad condition, awful condition. We are not able to live even peacefully. So Vishnu said that, okay, this is as per his boons given to him by Brahma, he is able to rule these three worlds. So naturally, he will be very powerful and he will show all these things. But when he becomes so arrogant that he starts to harm my devotee Praharada, then even if he has got all this protection, then I'll kill him. Till that time, Krishna will not intervene because Brahma has given some boons. Be the Lord of all three worlds. But when he starts to harm, begins to harm Prahalada, his dear devotee, then Vishnu will not tolerate that. Then whatever boons, whatever protection by way of boons he received from Brahma will not be able to protect him. I will kill him, finish him off. So that is a reciprocation between devotees and Krishna. And sometimes this question may be asked, Arjuna then asked Krishna, okay, I understand that. But then how one becomes a devotee? Because of the good things he has done in his past life. So this is also karma based. Because some person is in good mode, a sattvic mode, he has rendered nice karma, then in this life he has become a devotee. Other person, because of his vasanas, because of the guna, he's captive and ensnared. He is doing some bad things, and because of that, he is not able to develop this devotion to you. So ultimately, it's karma that is working, isn't it? So why we have to blame the living entities? Then Krishna says, no, it is not like that. Bhakti is not due to karma at all. Bhakti is a swarupa of Krishna. It is contained in the heart of Krishna only. Bhakti Devi. In the 5th canto also, Rishabha Maharaj, he explains this, that Bhakti is the heart of Krishna only. And where it is situated? Sachidanandaiga rase bhakti doge tishtari. Sachidanandaiga rase. Sachidanandaiga rase. This mellow of devotion is situated in Bhakti Yoga. So this devotion is transferred from Krishna's heart to devotee heart because somehow or other he has taken the right decision to surrender to Krishna. In verse 7, you'll find in verse 28, 7th chapter, it is mentioned like this, so that Yesham tu andhagadabadam jananam punyakarmanam te dandvamoha nirmukta bhajan demam dridavada. So that is mentioned that punyakarma, because of punyakarma that they have done, they are able to. That punyakarma is actually rendering service to spiritual master. Why spiritual master? Because that living entity feeling the necessity for spiritual master because he is fed up with material world, material life. Why you seek a spiritual master? Because you get some relief. You want to mitigate this suffering. When you render service to a spiritual master, then naturally you enter into devotion life. And once you become a devotee, naturally the rasas, the mellows, will flow from Krishna's heart to our heart. And then then the devotee becomes very dear to Krishna because Krishna is inside, what is mentioned there? They are in me, I am in them. That is an inseparable bondage between Krishna and devotee because of this yoga, bhakti yoga. So how is this devotee situated? That is mentioned next verse, verse 30. Abhiche sudracharo bhajade mam ananya bha sadhureva samandavya samyak vyavasido hisa. Says Abhiche sudracharo, even if one commits most abominable actions, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated. So that is given in Harinama Chintamani also. This was because of his old habits, because of his old karma and avasanas, this devotee may still be engaged in doing some abominable actions, even though Bhajademam Ananyabha, he is worshipping Krishna and rendering service to Krishna all the time. But because of the old vasanas, he is avasha. It is avasham, because he cannot control himself. Avasha Sapartha, Avasha word is I mentioned in 9th chapter, in this chapter also, in verse, I think, 7 or 8. This what Avasha is mentioned. Pradim Samastabhya Visrani Punapana, Buddha Grama Vivam Krishnam, Avasham Pradrdevashad. So Avasha is mentioned here. Avasha means helplessly. Helplessly, they are being inducted again into his material world. Like that, this devotee also, because of his old vasanas, he's helpless. He's doing abominable actions. So when Krishna Arjuna asks, in you have mentioned in the previously mentioned in the that he said when you that 4 types of people do not surrender unto me. Again in verse 7, verse 7, verse 14, I think. Sorry, 15. Krishna says, Namam Dushkridano Mudha Prabhadyanden Radhama. Dushkridana, they are not surrendering to me. In Kathopanishad also, this is mentioned. Na virado dushcharan, na shando, na samahida, na shando manaso vabi, prajna nevainam apunyayat. Na avirito. Avirito means stopping. Without stopping. Na avirito dushcharan. If one person is non-stop is doing all the abominable things, and because this is not peaceful because of his uncontrolled senses and uncontrolled mind, even though he may be a very big scholar or saintly or very learned person, because he is engaging Discran, he will not be able to know Lord. So what is the difference, Krishna? Arjuna asks, within this person who is supposed to be, who is a devotee, who is doing abominable action, and other persons also, Dushkrida is there, so Dushkrida is, they are also doing mischievous things, abominable things. So what is the difference? For that, Krishna says, Samyak Vyavasido Hisa, because that person is properly situated. This devotee is properly situated. And what is his attitude? His attitude is that, Krishna, whatever happens, I may, because of me bad actions, because of me sinful actions, I may go to hell. I may reside there forever. Eternally, I may be reside, but I will never forget you. I will never stop rendering my service to you. This is a proper situation. This is the right attitude of a devotee. Devotee may be suffering here. Devotee may be suffering in all the hellish planets also. But even if we are suffering, whatever suffering we have a steely determination that will not stop the service to Krishna. That's why recently there's a post from Srila Prabhupada that whatever misery you find, you can chant Hare Krishna, you'll be relieved. In whatever situations. Like devotees also know, last week I lost my sister, as you'll be knowing. She is very active here, Siddha Thakurani Devidasi. Was of course a big lost for me. Basically, because of course she was very affectionate towards me. We were totally 4 children, and out of that, she had special affection for me even from my right childhood. But lately, because both in the same Krishna conscious boat, and she was a very ardent devotee. So that loss was a bit hard for me. But then we were chanting all the time. And because of chanting, we know that we are associating. By chanting, the devotees are associating. Whether they are present here or not present here, doesn't make a difference. That awareness, that knowledge is with us. So devotee thinks that because of my previous bad habits or bad karma, and which I am doing now also, I may suffer, I will suffer, I am willing to suffer, I can go to hell also, but I will not stop ocean. So that is the difference between the person who is deliberately doing this because he has no attachment to Krishna, and the person who is attached to Krishna is doing. Superficially or externally, both may look like both are doing bad, abominable activities. But why Krishna is preferring this person and discouraging the person? Because he says that Samyak Vyavasavisa. And because of that, Sadhu Eva, he is saintly person. Samandavya, that is an instruction for us. He has to be considered as a devotee only. He has to be considered as saintly only. Even though he may be doing this abominable action, he is to be considered saintly only because he is properly situated. He has a right understanding for Krishna, and he has a right attitude for Krishna. He is service oriented to Krishna. So this the old habit, this habit, this what I can saw, this dosha of devotee is like the marks in the moon. Is mentioned Bhagavati cha hara ananya cheda brishtamalino abhi virajate manushya nahi shashakalusha chavit kadachit timira prabhavatam upeti chandra. One who is exclusive devotion, has exclusive devotion to Supreme Hari, may have serious contamination. He may have serious contamination because of his old habits, but it's still glorious. Like the comparison is moon, though having spots on it, is now defeated by darkness. There may be dark spots inside the moon, but the light from moon is always bright, and the darkness cannot defeat this light from moon. In the same way, that devotee is always glorious, although he may be doing abominable action. And so Krishna will protect him in all circumstances, which is mentioned in Bhagavatam, 11th canto, 11.5442. Swapada moolam bhajadha priyasya tekta nibhavasya hari paresha vigarma yat chautpadidam kadanchi dinodi sarvam hiri sannivishtam. Swapada moolam bhajada priyasya tekta anya bhavasya hari paresha. Giving up all other engagements, considering Krishna as supreme, and rendering devotional services. So pada moolam bhajada priyasya, very ragatma, sweet devotion service. And such a person, vigarmacha utpodidam kadanchi, even if he is doing abominable actions, dhinodi sarvam hirisanvishta, I'll cleanse him, I'll clean him from all this contamination. How? Being situated in his heart. Hridisannivishta. Krishna is situated in everyone's heart. But Krishna will take special care of the person who is always total surrender to Krishna. So he will see, Krishna will ensure that that person doesn't fall down. So that is the beauty of devotion service. This whole chapter is about devotion service only. So he may be impure now, but very quickly he'll become pure. That is mentioned in verse 32. Verse 31 is said that very quickly he'll become. Chipram bhavati dharma shashachandi nigachadi kaunteya pradijanihi name bhakta pranashyadi. Very quickly he becomes righteous person and becomes completely devoid of contamination. O son of Kundi, you should declare to all that my devotee never perishes. Now the smartas, people are very smartas, they may be reluctant to take this person back. Oh, he has done all, he has violated all the intentions of Vedas. He has violated all the do's and is always engaged in all the don'ts. And what do you mean? Take him back or recognize him as a saintly person? No way. No. We will not do that. We consider him as an fallen person. To that person's Krishna is very, very emotional now because of his intense attachment of devotee. He says to Arjuna, you go into that assembly of these Marthas and declare boldly that Name Bhakta Pranashari, never my devotees perish. They will never perish. Come whatever may, my devotee will never perish because I ensure that he will not fall down. Hiri Sannivishta. You know the Sarvam Hiri Sannivishta. I'll ensure that he will not fall down. You declare that boldly to anyone who has some doubts on this. So such is a strong attachment Krishna is having the devotees, and such is a strong sense of protection to a devotee. So that's why devotees always feel very secure. Yes, because of our previous bad life, even in this life also, we have done so many abominable things. And the stain and stigma of these actions are still persisting. Because of that, we are not in a clean state, we are very impure. And because of that, we are not able to render more loving devotion service to Krishna. But still we feel secure that at least due to teachings of our Shastras and spiritual masters like Srila Prabhupada, because of Prabhupada only, we have come to that stage when we know that we can surrender to only Krishna and Krishna will take care of us. And that feeling when you have, you are most secure in all situations. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So anything you want to add or you want to know? Okay, Rekha Mataji can render Narasimha Kirtan.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Namaste Narasimhaya Prahlad Lad Daine Hiranyakashi Porokshaha Chilatanka Nakalaye Ito Nasimha Parato Nasimha Yato Yato Yami Tato Nasimha Bahe Nasimo Hridhaye Nasimo Narasimhammadim Sharanam Prapade Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakam Albudha Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare जय जगदीश हरे, जय नरसिंहदेव, जय नरसिंहदेव, जय नरसिंहदेव, जय नरसिंहदेव, जय नरहरि, जय नरहरि, जय नरहरि, जय नरहरि, जय प्रहलाद महाराज, जय प्रहलाद महाराज, जय प्रहलाद महाराज, जय प्रहलाद महाराज। निताय गौरा हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल। निताय गौरा हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि 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 बोल। उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणभद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्युर्नमामः। उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणभद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्युर्नमामः। उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणभद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्युर्नमामः। श्री नरसिंह जय नरसिंह, जय जय श्री नरसिंह। प्रहलादेश जय पद्ममुख पद्मभृंग। श्री नरसिंह जय नरसिंह, जय जय श्री नरसिंह। प्रहलादेश जय पद्ममुख पद्मभृंगा।
शुद्ध भक्ति विनाशकारी श्री नरसिंह देव भगवान की
जय
वैष्णव भक्त श्रेष्ठ प्रहलाद महाराज की
जय
जय
गोपीनंदे वांछा कल्पद्रुभश्च
कृपा सिंधु पतितानां
पासिद्ध भयवच पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
नंदगुड़ी वैष्णव वृंद की
जय
जय
श्रील प्रभुपाद की
जय
जय
गो प्रेमानंदे।
हरि हरि बोल।
हरि हरि